Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we dive to this lesson, giving all glory and all infinite praise due to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash. Daban's great millstone at the apostle will teach you well. And shalom to the Sarah, to the hopeful elect that scatter abroad like the nation. Shalom, shalom. And shalom to the sincere Akim that's out there pushing this word across the four winds of this planet, enduring all things, a soldier of Mashiach Yahushai, enduring hardness, also as a soldier, a good soldier of Mashiach Yahushai. Okay, and the Shalom to the sincere Aquafium that's out there resting in husband and a pillar of rest. Keep doing so to those that may be. Yahweh as it been the Heavenly Father, was the word ignorantly calls God, which his name means he exists. By Hashem meaning the name of Yahushai being the only God and Son of the Heavenly Father, which the word ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ. But his name means he's the deliverer. Who is he the deliverer for? The children of Israel only. Okay? So, and the Rakakadash being the Holy Spirit. Okay? So today's lesson is basically going into this devil condemned himself a long time ago. Okay, basically going into how the Lord already condemned this race of people, even since the beginning of time, going all the way back to the garden, when he was a serpent, okay? Because this devil always had that mindset, being slick, being sneaky, as a serpent, and the Lord basically, already condemned him already as a people. And he reincarnated as Cain, and he kept on adding more dirt and dirt. Okay, and the Lord cursed him again, condemned him again with leprosy. Then he came back as Esau. Okay, he condemned himself again when he was showing his hatred towards his brother, and he swore to kill his brother Jacob, by any means necessary. Okay, but this go to show you, man, that this man, he deserves to go down. Okay, because all the atrocities, all the abominations that this man done across the years and centuries and generations towards the Israelites, is really worthy of the Lord putting him down. Okay, and we can look up all the things that this man did done, throughout the history, and it would just show you why the Lord condemned him. So it'll show you why the Lord really condemned this man and called him the devil that he really is. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the scriptures. Get the first one, Genesis 4. Don't mind, I'm in transit too. This is Genesis chapter 4 and verse 1 through 15. And it reads, and it says, and Adam knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I had gotten a man from the Lord. And she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of the sheep, but Cain was the tiller of the ground. Okay, so basically this is Esau and Jacob in a reincarnation, one of their reincarnations. Okay, one of their first their reincarnations. Okay, let me not say first. Okay, and it says, verse 3, and in process of time it came to pass that Cain brought the fruit of the ground an offering unto Yahweh, and Abel he also brought of the firstling of his flock and of the fat thereof. And Yahweh had respect unto Abel and to his sacrifice, but unto Cain his offering he had not respect. Okay, so here it is. Cain is bringing fruits up to the Lord. The Lord wants you to bring like a lamb or something of the flock to be offered up. Okay, basically this is Cain showing some kind of rebellion, because they knew the laws back then, because this is one of the laws of sacrifice, but eventually the Lord took it out because, Jake was getting wicked with it. But just to show that they knew the laws back then. Okay, because the laws were spoken orally in these times, but when Moses came upon the scene, it was wrote upon the stone. Okay, but unto Cain to his offering he had not respect, and Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. And the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou fallen? If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? Right, if you do what I told you, your offer will be respected. And it says, and if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field, Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him. Right, this devil, being in one of his reincarnations of Cain, was the first in history to commit murder. Okay, because he was jealous of Abel. He was jealous of Abel because the Lord had respect unto Abel. Okay, and not unto him. Okay, which is because which is the same thing basically with Jacob and Esau. Esau got mad because the Lord Isaac gave Jacob the blessing, and Esau didn't get the good blessing. Okay, he still got a deal out of it. He should rule over the earth, fatness of the earth, but he wasn't real fond of it because he sold his birthright. Okay, continue on. And Yahweh said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? Lying. He was lying. Okay. And he said, what thou hast done, the voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive, and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. Right. So, ever since the days of Adam and Eve, this devil always been a vagabond and a fugitive in the earth. Okay, he's on the wanted list, basically. And the Lord had you on the wanted list for thousands and thousands of years, and that's why he allowed you to build up this track record so he can have every reason to destroy you, man. Okay? Verse 13. And Cain said unto Yahweh, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. And Yahweh said unto him, therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And Yahweh set a mark upon Cain, lest any find in him should kill him. Right. So the Lord put this specific mark upon this devil, which is the mark of what? Leprosy. Okay. So that's how we are able to identify, who Cain is in his reincarnation, by the Lord smiting his melanin away. Okay, because there was once all melanated nations on the earth, but Esau Edom is the only nation of people that doesn't have no melanin at all. Okay, because that's the mark that he received as Cain, and being brought forth in his reincarnation, he was born as Esau Edom, which his name means to be wasted away. His melanin, okay, his melanin was wasted away, okay, and he is really wasted away, okay. But back to the point, when he's born as Esau, okay, when when Rebecca saw him, she had to look at him funny, like, what the hell wrong with this kid? What the hell wrong with this child? This nigga red as a motherfucker. Blackhead. But kind, just speaking as a man. But kind, so this devil is a fugitive and a vagabond, and the Lord has really a bounty on your head, Esau. Okay? He has a bounty on your head, man. So That's it on that. Okay. Let's go to Genesis chapter 27, and that's one of the accounts of this devil condemning himself. This is Genesis chapter 27, and in verse 38 through 40. So I can make this turn. And the reason it says, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. Okay. And back in Hebrews 12, it tell you that this devil weep with many tears. Okay. But at the same time, Lord don't give a damn. Okay, because the Lord chose Israel to be, he chose Jacob from the get-go anyway. Okay, because Esau was never gonna get this truth regardless, man. Okay. He was never gonna get the birthright regardless. Because, he was never meant to be the chosen from the beginning. But the Lord had to play out like that anyway. Okay. So, going back to it, it says, verse 39, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. Right. Aren't you devils ruling the earth as we speak? Yes. Okay. Why you don't want to enjoy that blessing for the time being? Because your time is short. Okay. And it says, in the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Right. That's basically, if brothers correct me if I'm wrong, that's basically, y'all going into power, because we once had y'all in slavery in the dark ages, okay? And then eventually y'all came out of slavery and y'all basically went into rulership, okay? But soon y'all gonna go right back into slavery soon, okay? Because the Lord only is allowing y'all to do this for a short season. Verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning of my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Right. It's another account of Esau condemning himself for the hatred of his brother Jacob. Okay. Because technically, this devil can't even be mad. He sold his birthright. Okay. That's his fault. It ain't Jacob's fault. Jacob supplanted his ass, but it's still his fault for selling his birthright because he got weak because he was hungry. Okay? Just to show y'all that this devil is never going to be the chosen lineage from the get-go. Okay? So that was the thoughts of Esau, man. And the words of Esau condemning himself for the hatred of his brother. Okay? Now that's another account. Now let's get another account of the devil condemning himself. This is Numbers chapter 20 and verse 14. And it says, and Moses sent messengers from Kadesh unto the king of Edom. Thus saith thy brother Israel, thou knowest all the travail that hath befallen us, how our fathers went down into Egypt, and we have dwelt in Egypt a long time, and the Egyptians vexed us, and our fathers. And when we cried unto Yahweh, he heard our voice, and sent an angel, and hath brought us forth out of Egypt. And behold, we are in Kadesh, a city, in the uttermost of thy border. Let us pass, I pray thee, through thy country. We will not pass through the fields or through the vineyards, neither will we drink of the waters of the wells. We will go by the king's highway. We will not turn to the right hand nor to the left, and until we have passed thy borders. Edom said unto him, thou shalt not pass by me, lest I come out against thee with a sword. Now, why did the Lord put this in the scriptures? It's because it's written for our former learning to show the mindset of these devils. This devil has a mindset of pettiness, man. Okay? Still do to this day. They still have a mindset of pettiness because here it is. Moses clearly said We will go through thy way. We will go through your city. We ain't gonna touch anything. We ain't gonna do nothing. We ain't gonna touch your cattle. We ain't gonna touch your vineyards. No, none of that. Just let us pass through, okay? All right? And this devil being petty was like, nah, man. You can't pass through here anyway. I don't care how you offer it, okay? And then said, we're going to meet you with a sword just because, you know. Verse 19, and the children of Israel said unto him, we will go by the highway. If I and my cattle drink of thy water, then I will pay for it. I will only, without doing anything else, go through on my feet. And he said, thou shalt go through. And Edom came out and against him with much people, with a strong hand. Thus Edom refused to give Israel passage through his border, wherefore Israel turned away from him. Right. So Moses clearly said, like, look, if my cattle and I drink of your water, I will pay for it. And you know, Jake still got that mindset to this day. Like, Jake would literally, you know, because I remember when, quick story, when we was in Kansas City with the Kansas City brothers, and, you know, we had Jeff City brothers there and stuff like that. The brother had parked at the Edomite spot. You know, he thought it was an abandoned house, of course. You know, the brother didn't know. So the Edomite got home. He was mad that we parked right there. So the brother moved out the spot perfectly fine, you know, and basically what ended up happening, you know, the brother was apologizing to him, and the brother offered him some chicken, you know, some food, you know, and Edomite got mad and stuff. And the brother was like, I ain't even worry about it, you know. So that just go to show you the mindset that Jake have. You know, even though y'all our enemy, we still try to find a way to make peace with y'all, you know. But we know it ain't going to be no peace with y'all because of the forever hatred that we going to have for each other, okay? You have Esau, Edom, you really have a messed up kind of hatred towards Jacob. But we have a perfect hatred towards you because the things you done, technically, the things you done, okay, are worthy to being hated, okay? We just don't hate you for no reason, man, okay? We hate you because the Lord hates you, and the Lord show us why we need to hate you, okay? All right? There's never going to be no peace between us, man, okay? Never, all right? But this is another account of you devils condemning yourself, and then there's another one, okay? I gotta find it. Right. This is Exodus chapter 17 and verse I'm gonna start at verse 8. And it says, then came Amalek and fought with Israel and Rephidim. And Moses said unto Joshua, choose us out men and go and fight with Amalek tomorrow, and I will stand on the top of the hill with the rod of Yahweh in my hand. Right, so you people were the first people to come out against the Israelites, especially your chief tribe Amalek were the first people to come out against the Israelites to attack us when we came from the flood, from Egypt. From Egypt. And continue on. So Joshua did as Moses had said unto him, and fought with Amalek, and Moses and Aaron and Ur went up unto the top of the hill. And it came to pass when Moses held up his hand that Israel prevailed, and when he let down his hand, Amalek prevailed. But Moses' hands were heavy, and they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat thereon. And Aaron and Hur stayed up his hands, and one side, one on the one side and the other on the other side. And his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. And Joshua discomfited Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. And Yahweh said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in the book and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua. For I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. And Moses built an altar and called it the name of Yahweh Nasah. For he said, because Yahweh has sworn that Yahweh would have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Right? You damn devils came up against the Israelites and got your ass kicked. Okay? Because the Lord was with us. Okay? The Lord's still with us, till to this day. Okay? Even though we had got cast off into another land and we got to serve under you devils. Okay, we under subjection under you devils, but the Lord's still here for us, man. We still getting blessings, while within this captivity. Okay, but soon, the Lord is going to open up on you devils, because you only got us here because we getting our whooping. Okay, but soon we finna come out of our punishment, and you devils finna go into your punishment, because how y'all punish us is totally wrong, man. Okay, totally wrong. Okay, because y'all go over and beyond with y'all punishments. Okay, but that's another account. Okay, now let's go into Ezekiel 33. No, 35. This is Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 5. Because thou hast had perpetual hatred and shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time of that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. Right? So, that perpetual hatred that you had towards us, it's going to come back upon your own head. Okay? Because you shed blood of the Israelites, man, till to this day. Okay? You kill us all the day long, man. It's probably killings of Israel happening every day that we don't see getting broadcast on the news, man. Okay? We know it happens, man. Okay? We know it happens because we know it's in you devils to have that perpetual hatred, man. Okay? But once again, the Lord is you devils are stacking that upon yourselves. Okay? Because the Lord's going to have a whole receipt and a huge list, okay, for why he going to judge as a whole nation of people, because all your people did some wicked shit to Jake, man. Okay, all y'all people, man. Okay, and for those that help Jake out, you kind of Jake, you helping Jake, you might be an Israelite, because that's in Jake's spirit just to help out, but Edomite, man, if a pure Edomite help you out, you just earned yourself at least, less slashes in the kingdom. You still gonna get slashed up, okay? All right. But once again, you devils deserve this, man, because you condemn yourself all the way back all the way from the days of Adam and Eve, man. Okay, since the beginning of time, man, you condemn yourself, man. Okay, since you was the serpent. Okay, because I remember asking brothers, would you consider, because Adam is kind of like the prototype Israelites, and the serpent can technically be, like the prototype Edomites, because look at the characteristics, they match up. Okay. Now, that's it on that. Now I'm going to give one more. I'm going to sign on off. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1. I'm going to start at verse 10. And it says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners enter into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was one of them, as one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, and that day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither shouldest thou have delivered up those that did remain in the day of distress. Okay? So basically the Lord telling you all you could have did is not have intervened. You know, you ain't have to get in the way of it. Okay? Just by y'all just looking at us going to captivity and how y'all reacting. You know, you was happy to see us go down. That's another way y'all condemn yourself. Okay? The Lord said it'd been better if you didn't see it. Okay? And then it'd been better if you didn't partake in it, because you did partake in our downfall. Okay? All right? And you devils, man, like I said, man, it's your time is short, man. Okay? So enjoy your fatness of the earth while you can, man, because it's about to come to naught soon, man. Okay? It's about to come to naught soon. Because throw in this last scripture. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 9. And it says, if any man hear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. End of point, man. Okay? We are waiting for this day. We know you devils are going down. Okay? There's no ifs and buts about it. Okay, we see it. We see that your kingdom is at its final point. Okay? We see that you moving with this MOCB. Okay? You are basically through. So with that, man, that's been I'm probably going to title this I had the lesson. I had the scripture. Shoot, I'm gonna look at the title again. What I'm gonna call it, but that's been this lesson, man. Lord willing, is edifying to those that been watched, giving all honor and all glory and all praise due to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakadash. Dabba is a great man, stone, apostle, and teacher as well. Peace, salutations, hope for elected, scattered abroad. Till next time, to this video, Shalom. Come Shabbat, about it, bro.